any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gburg Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field for the first time today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often. And
turning it on! They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Mississippi State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
On the run, it's Daniels. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Daniels. Jukes his way for more. It's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a man on the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Snagged in the middle, it's Traore. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Thompson. Smashes ahead. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the...
Breaks into the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Bulldogs will have it first and 10. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Here comes the option. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Daniels. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. So here comes the Oklahoma offense.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Pick up on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's so important when a safety drops that he takes the right angles. You see those receivers flying across his face. He's got to go meet the ball and the receiver a lot of times at the same time. Great break, great job getting to the football, and then securing. A lot of times you're like, oh, man, catch it, catch it, catch it. I don't have the best.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Punt is on its way. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reese. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Might be calling a hot route. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They'll run the toss. Creates a little room. Got the first down and still on his feet. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Catch in the middle, it's Glover. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Thompson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down, 1st down, 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
The option look. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Catch in the middle, it's Reese. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, the offense tried to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for a loss.
Back to the ground game on the left. Creates a little space. There he goes. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. There's the pressure. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage, so that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out there.
And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Catches it at the 30. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Flips it out to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ott. Across the 25. He's got room. Found the seam on the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Burks. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
I'll tell you, this guy's really special when he only has 2 seconds to throw the football. But if you're going to give him that much time, he's going to put up crazy numbers in this game. He has such a good understanding of this offense and where his guys are. He did not need all that time.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Back to pass, it's Shapen. The short hands, it's Glover. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Sooners!
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Using his legs, it's Daniels. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman. The undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established.
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now rolling to the left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Back to throw, it's Shapen. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's open on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Direct snap. It's Daniels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down still on his feet. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Gets it out fast. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the option. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
Back to throw, it's Shapen. Starting to feel a little pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tatum. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. The Wildcat created an alley. Picked up a few. Still some work to do for the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Shapen. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Glover.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to move the chains, Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Glover. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Tatum. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The run from the shotgun. There he goes! He's at the 50. At the 30. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. swapping ends of the field. They gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Open space at the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They move on top here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's up. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he found a space on the right. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
To the air, it's Mateer. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play, now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. Let's it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown Sooner. Extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way. Those 5 offensive linemen.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reese. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Dropping back, it's Shapen. Snagged in the middle, it's Reese. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
On the direct snap, it's Davis. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And this offense has got to get somewhere. Man, that's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
That's caught. It's Burks. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Off to the races to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Okay, one possession game. Got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Hit as he throws. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To throw, it's Shapen. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win. But you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for 4 verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.